Cool. So, hey, bass family, welcome back. Got a new bass. It's been a while. Well, partially because I was getting some studio upgrade stuff and I was traveling, and also, you know, got busy. Happens. But back, picked this up. Actually didn't get a new, got it used, found it at Guitar Center. Definitely didn't think I was looking for a 6-string fretless, but nor did I think I was looking for a headless instrument. I was interested in checking out Kiesel as a brand. You know, back in the day owned some Carvin amps, but have never really had any of their basses, and stumbled across this one at a local Guitar Center used and absolutely fell in love with it. So this is the Kiesel Zeus ZB6. This one is pretty badass. Let's see, they make these in 4-string, 5-string, 6-string, and I believe they even make a 7-string version of this. And you can get them with straight frets or with fanned frets. They make a number of different headless bass styles, everything from a neck through 30-inch scale to something like this. And I'm really happy to have been able to get my hands on a hold of one. You know, one of the things I'm trying to figure out is, am I going to get another one? You know, you let me know after this review if you think that I should order another one. If there's some other headless instrument you think I should check out. I'm a fan, though, I gotta say. So let's see. You know, first things first. Hey, it's missing something here. Oh, yeah. So it's headless. You know, aside from playing on a friend's like Steinberger for 5 minutes or so. Or it might have even been a Hohner or something like that, right? Back in the day, you know, I've never really had a strong desire for a fretless or a lot of playing time on one. You know, definitely in the first bits of playing it, you have kind of this reference here that you're used to. And it was a bit odd. I found that I would tend to play a position up on the neck. Like my hand was just trying to stay away from that cliff, but went away within a day and really haven't thought about that since as any kind of negative. Let's see, the other thing that people talk about with headless instruments is that they sometimes take longer to string. Honestly, I didn't think it was that bad. You know, maybe it took a little longer, but on the positive side, the headstock, the tuners don't get bumped when it goes into a case or whatever else happens. And it's been super stable. So probably over the life of a set of strings, I imagine I'm spending less time tuning, or at worst am equal. It's certainly not enough for that to be a reason not to go this way. Aesthetics, that's, you know, that took some getting used to. But there were a couple reasons to do it. Number one reason for getting the bass is just, I love the sound of it and it plays really well. But aside from that, I had a trip recently. I went to Spain, and going to Spain, I was able to get a lesson with Gary Willis, who is an amazing teacher and as well as bass player. If you're not familiar with him, check him out. I was concerned about flying, but this was just not an issue. This is the case. It is, you know, it's the case they come with. It's a really thick padded case, very dense and kind of structurally firm, but also it's short. It's, you know, not only shorter than a bass case, it's actually shorter than like a mono guitar case by a few inches. And it fit in the overhead bins on the way there, on the way back, no problem. You know, it was just easy to travel with. That part was great. So love the case, love the headless. All right, so let's run through the bass. It's a 34-inch scale. The fretboard is made of, it's called Royal Ebony, and it's kind of like a very figured ebony. Let me show you, see if that comes up Yes, pretty. And as you can see, it's got a coated fingerboard. This reminds me a bit of the diamond coating, or whatever the name of the coating is that's put on Padula bases. So it's got a lot of that, you know, wah, right? Yeah, cool. Back of the neck is made of walnut with Purple Heart stripes. It's a 5-piece neck. Profile is kind of a medium C profile. Not the thinnest neck, not the thickest neck. Does just fine. The back of the body is also made of walnut. You've got a neck joint here that is, you can see that it's cut a little bit, beveled, to make that not as huge of a block. This is something that I think is good, not as good as some other builders who actually do a cutaway to really give your thumb room to get up there. But it is, it does the trick. I can certainly access all of the top frets. The cutaway here is deep enough. If I were to play in these lower portions, I do find myself bringing my thumb around. All right, back to the woods. The top is made of a, you know, highly figured walnut. You've got this bevel on the top where you can see the body wood come through. The electronics, you have 2 Kiesel humbuckers, which are radiused. It's a 14-inch radius, just like the pickguard, or sorry, just like the neck. There is no pickguard here, obviously. The ramp was made aftermarket. I will put a link to the person who did that below because he has a store in Reverb and he did a fantastic job on this. The electronics are volume, blend, and tone. And getting down to the bridge here, you have this kind of honking, massive bridge that is, it's just a custom Kiesel bridge with the tuners here. One thing that I really like that they did is the body, there's kind of a little recess here, if you can see that. And the tuners don't stick out any further than the body does, which means if you're a weirdo like me and you put it in kind of so that the bass is resting on your left leg, there's no issue. You don't feel the tuners bumping against your leg. It doesn't bother me at all. Let's get on to like the real reason that I bought this, which is just the sound of the instrument. I'm going to roll forward to the neck pickup with the tone off. Pretty good for kind of a, you know, like a Pink Floyd, Hey You. It's very full. And you've got that nice and even all the way across the strings. The C string, especially if you're including the neck pickup, it doesn't sound too thin. If I roll the tone up, it can get little biting, but I tend not to put the tone at either of the extremes. It's, you know, somewhere between 75% up and 75% down, but never really all the way on one or the other. With both pickups on, reminds me a little bit of Bakiti Kamalo's work with Paul Simon. Pretty cool. Cool. And, you know, hey, let's go to the back pickup. Check that out. Pretty. Let me go back to a blended sound. Yeah. It's just really pretty in the way it kind of sings. There's something about a good fretless where you just want to sit there and really listen to how the notes, you know, you play some open string and then you just kind of, you just want to hear that relationship between the notes and the way it sits. You know, the ninth. It's cool. Yeah, I could play this thing all day, and basically I have been. So that's my new bass. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, or, you know, hit not like if you didn't like it, and give me feedback either way. Helps me make better videos for you, and thanks a lot. All right, take it easy.